Alright, take 4. Fourth time's the charm. I said that last time. It was not the case. So welcome in. There are a few things I wanted to talk about and discuss. Kind of moving forward with things, trying a different style of content, trying a different approach to a few things, trying to maybe help grow the band and you know, my goals and my views for the band. So on my Discord the other day, I kind of sent out an announcement letting everybody know that started a Patreon page for Sway in the Garden, which is my band, which is currently just me at the moment. And I guess I wanted to kind of discuss why I'm doing, you know, what my plans are for Patreon, why I'm doing that, what my plans are for the band. Life at this time in general. I think it'll be a good thing for me to talk about, and also for me to look back on, maybe, you know, the further we hopefully progress, the further that I can progress with Sway in the Garden. And you know, that's the goal. I know that I'm supposed to be making music. I realized that a few years ago, that that's what I'm meant to do. That's what I need to do. So I'm not stopping like anytime soon. The structure of this is gonna be pretty chaotic. I don't think I'm gonna be able to edit this video. At this time, I'm not knowledgeable in editing videos. I don't think I'm gonna cut things and put things together yet. I will eventually get that knowledge, but as it stands now, I think we're just gonna throw all of this together, all of the awkwardness, the empty spaces. Hopefully the music helps fill some of that, right? All right. Anyways, I've got a little checklist here of things I want to go through. I kind of started talking on it, but yeah, I made a Patreon for the band. I have a few ideas that I want to do with it. A tablature is going to be on there, so everything that I write, and whenever I remaster Amaterasu, that's the only song right now that's not going to have tablature for it, because actually I don't know how to play parts of Amaterasu anymore. I kind of like shut that out of my life because I was not very proud of that song after it dropped, and I kind of just forgot about it, if I'm being completely honest with things. So yeah, no tablature for Amaterasu, but everything else going forward we'll have tablature for it when I get around to it, because it's a pain in the ass, especially with this song right now, Engravement Arrangement. This song is very difficult to tab out because the rhythm is very irregular in the song, and I'm not good with rhythms. When I played this song and I tracked this song, I all of it to the drum grooves, so it's not in time with the metronome, it's not in time with the drums exactly either, and so I'm having to figure out rhythm for it as well, and that's what the hardest part has been with tabbing everything out. But yeah, tablature is going to be one thing that's going to be included with some of the stuff I want to do with Patreon. I'm probably going to chart everything for Rocksmith, so it will be in Rocksmith. To my fellow Rocksmith players or anyone that's interested in picking up Rocksmith, it will be in there. But actual tablature, if you want to actually see all the tablature, that will be in Patreon as a kind of a thank you for helping support me as an artist, and hopefully me and a group of homies. Also, I just smacked the mic with my nose, but yeah, me and a group of homies in the future, wherever that takes me with what I'm doing now. Creatively, right now, it makes the most sense for me to be doing this alone right now. I haven't found anybody sort of on the same page as me with any of that stuff as of yet. Not to say I'm not open to any of that. I'm also doing a very strange things musically, I think, that maybe people would stray away from. Anyways, I'm getting off track like I normally do. Yeah, so tablature is going to be one of the things that I'm going to include. I want to kind of do like these little vlogs, like kind of like what we're doing now, and maybe have that be a thing that's on Patreon as well. And every once in a while, just put it on YouTube on my, for now I'm probably going to just put it on my Mr. Fooky Bear channel, where I just do all of my sight reads and stuff like that. Until maybe there's a reason to put it in a different channel. But for now, I think it makes the most sense to have it there. Yeah, so I'm thinking about doing maybe these little vlogs. Be a good thing to look back on and give you guys some little life updates. I'm also thinking maybe with some of the Patreon stuff, I can also do little mini lessons for certain parts that are going to be more complex. For engravement arrangement, for instance, there is a like half sweep section with crazy tapping right at the end of the song that took me forever to get down. And if anyone is interested in learning that, or kind of the process I took in getting that section down, I can probably put together a little video or something kind of to help learn that section. But for some reason, every song that I've been writing now has some sort of sweeping in it. That's a technique that I actually could not do up until probably a few years ago, and I still can't do it well. I can do like little patterns with it. That pattern was very strange. That one actually took me a long time to get down. But yeah, that's kind of some of the ideas behind the Patreon page. I also maybe want to do little previews of the music for people to listen to before it drops or something like that, kind of as like an extra incentive. I plan on doing merch at some point. I just have to learn about all of that stuff. Right now, it's not my main focus. I'm focused more on just kind of getting recording and writing down to be the most efficient I can be. Especially writing everything by myself right now. It's a long process. It can be done because I did this one in 3 months somehow. I don't fucking know how I did this in 3 months, but I managed to do it in 3 months. For engravement arrangement, I should say. I've had the lyrics for a long time, but I managed to get that down, the whole recording down in 3 months, which is beyond me. I also want to maybe include clips of like maybe videos going over what the songs mean to me, what the lyrics mean to me, how I went about writing the song, all of that sort of thing. It feels kind of shitty to put it behind a paywall, right? With what Patreon basically kind of is. But the other side of things is like, I also need to make a living somehow and survive. And if I want to be a musician, especially in today's world, I have to survive somehow, right? So that's also the idea behind maybe doing as much as I want to do for Patreon, because I want to make that worth everything that people are out supporting, right? I'm going to keep streaming on Twitch as well, so if that's not going to change, maybe my schedule is going to change. I completely lost where I was. I knew this was gonna happen. I'm not starting over again. I'm not cutting back to the beginning again. I have a little checklist here. And Adobe, get out of here. Get out of here. This is staying in. I don't care. This is gonna stay in. Yes, I was kind of talking about monetizing music, right? So that was so random. Sorry, there's probably gonna be a lot of these little breaks here. While I get things together, and then when I learn editing, maybe I can filter these out. Maybe I can leave them in. I don't know. But I'm thinking kind of in long terms of like, how can I make music my sole focus and my career? If that's possible, you know. I don't have any problems with working, you know, working on the side as well, which is already what I'm doing now. So, I mean, it would just be cool. And here I am losing my train of thought again. Let's go through one of the other checkpoints I have here. God, I want to start over, but I've already been recording for 11 minutes. I'm not starting over. This will be a great first video to come back to, if I've been doing this for a while. I say when I've been doing this for a while. I have to stay consistent with it. I got my milk tea here. Look at this, I'm getting distracted. I guess in the vlog sense, I guess I can go through some of the things that I'm going through in my life at this time. Possible career change? It's probably gonna happen, but it's kind of on the down low right now. What I'm doing now is it's not bad. It pays my bills. I don't have, you know, it's not like a toxic work environment, anything like that, right? But I'm running into a few things that are making me question it. And so we're probably going through a career change very soon. I'm actually starting tomorrow, after this recording, whenever this actually comes out. I'll be hopefully starting what I'll be doing as a job, as kind of doing a mini test run of that. What I'm transitioning into will allow me to have control over my schedule. So currently, I'd say I probably do 50 to 60 hours a week. And working 50 to 60 hours a week, streaming, you know, 2 nights a week, 1 day on the weekend, and sometimes those weekend streams end up being half the weekend, like half the day on the weekend, and also writing and recording music on top of that. Like, I am running out of time, right? And time is probably the most valuable resource there is, and we have a very finite amount of that, and I don't want to put that all into a job when I could be working less hours, making the same amount, doing something else. That's kind of what I've come across, fortunately. And also something that's just not as dangerous, because currently I work outside. It's 100 fucking degrees every day. I'll be outside sometimes with what I'm transitioning into, but most of the time I'll be inside. I won't have to worry about getting injured on the job. It doesn't look bad right now, but yeah, it's pretty much healed at this point. But a very scary circumstance. I could have potentially lost an arm at the job I was working at, and that would have been it for guitar. That would have been it, and I don't fucking know well, I would have probably figured something out, but I would have been devastated if I had actually lost my arm, and that's a whole other story. Been a very chaotic week this week. Someone hit my car. Somebody egged my door beginning of this week. Somebody broke a light today. outside of my storage room. I don't know. I don't know if it's all coincidental. I mean, minus obviously the car thing. Somebody just straight up hit my car. They didn't leave a note or anything, and my car is usually parked. So in the parking lot here. So somebody in the parking lot like scratched the shit out of my car. But that's some little life updates. None of those actually bother me. I would have liked somebody to be honest and forthcoming, you know, about hitting my car. But aside from that, I don't really care. I don't even care that they hit my car. Just tell me you hit my car and I'd be like, oh, that's alright. Yeah. Anyways, that's a little bit of about what's going on in my life right now. Yeah, we're gonna keep streaming. My streaming schedule has been so inconsistent. It's gonna continue to be inconsistent for now while I kind of create a schedule for myself, a work schedule for myself, because I'll be able to sort of work at my own discretion in my own hours. But I have to make it. I have a sort of like quota for myself to try to make per week. And it's going to be about balancing that and still balancing having time to make music and then having time to also stream. The stream is kind of just as important to me. It's kind of the place where I can kind of build a community in a sense. And we've already started doing that with time, and I don't want to lose that. So, yeah, we're going to keep pushing there. Kind of sort of the idea, even with Patreon, it's just kind of building a community of just homies and stuff. Good people. Yeah, and I'm grateful for the opportunities I've had through Twitch already. And, you know, whatever the future ends up holding. And for... It's crazy being able nowadays to be able to record everything at home. It's like we're in a time where you can do everything yourself and release a song and have that song stand up to mixes that are out there for, you know, songs that are professionally made. And that has pretty never been the case, you know, up until like probably 5-10 years ago. So it's cool. I think that as far as future for the band as well, probably always going to be independent. So things like Patreon, things like merch, hopefully touring someday. I would absolutely love to tour. That is kind of the overarching goal, is to be able to tour, spread the music, spread some of the messages. All of my lyrics and stuff too come from feelings I've experienced or things that I've experienced. And I wanted to kind of go help people feel like, you know, they're not alone in some of the struggles that they're going through, or they're not alone in feeling the way they do about, you know, this specific situation. You know, things of that nature. I have probably 12 songs lyrically already written, and it's really about catching up with every other instrument, actually tracking it, you know, all of that stuff. This has been very chaotic. This whole video has been very chaotic. Kind of been a little bit of everywhere, but I appreciate anyone that's, especially if you made it up to this point. I mean, I've been talking for almost 20 minutes. That's crazy. I don't think I talk out loud this much. Ever. Maybe on stream, but and maybe to like a few people I interact with in real life. Maybe one person. just my brother, probably. Anyways, I'm getting off track. I think that I touched everything I sort of wanted to talk about. maybe in the future I can also do Q&As. Obviously, that will be once we kind of. I have a lot of work to do still. This is just the beginning. Even as I'm recording this, I'm already thinking of the next 30 things I need to be doing right now. I have a small list. Finishing up the tabs for engravement arrangement. I can't wait for that one to come out. I'm really just waiting for the mixing mastering at this moment. Whenever they finish up with that, it's getting professionally done, so I'm excited about that. God forbid anyone listen to Amaterasu. That one is mixed by me, mastered by me, and it's terrible. Let's go. It'll probably be remastered one day. Hopefully I can make a little EP out of everything. I think the singles are all just going to be released one at a time. I don't think I'm going to hold any back until my productivity goes up enough, because it's already going to be a couple months between each song anyways, until I improve. Yeah, we got off track again. Fantastic. Yeah, like I said, I think I touched everything here. I think I'm going to release something for engravement arrangement once it drops, discussing things. I'll do a little lesson thing for that little half sweep wild section that happens in the song. And yeah, I just appreciate all of you guys and the opportunity to even do this. I mean, even if I never make a career out of this, this is what I want to do with my life, and this is my avenue of actually being able to express myself and do that, and that means more than anything to me. Yeah. Okay, I should just wrap up the video because I'm losing my train of thought, and I can't start over. It's been 22 minutes. So somehow we made it. This one is very rough and maybe tough to watch. I don't know. Thank you to anybody who's made it this far in the video as well. That's crazy if you made it this far. Okay. It's getting darker in here for some reason. It's making me get distracted again. Alright. I think this is gonna wrap it up then. This will be the end of this first video. If anyone has any questions, feel free to ask me. Maybe we'll do some Q&As in the future if that becomes a thing. Yeah. Take care, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. I will see you guys on the next one. Hopefully it'll be a little bit less awkward, and maybe I'll plan a little bit better next time. I don't know. This kind of was just a spring of the moment thing. And hopefully this whole thing sort of makes sense. But I don't know. I probably won't listen back to this, except for like portions of it, just to make sure the audio is okay. I don't even know why I even needed to say that. Alright. Thank you guys so much.